Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. They're usually on the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do your research. Try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another update for you, and this is the brand or the house of Castelbel. Castelbel is a Portuguese brand which been around for more than 100 years, and their main business is soap and their subsidiary of what they make. They have a very few perfumes or fragrances in their lineup, altogether probably about 4 or 5, and this beauty is called Cale Portus, and this is a black edition. So Cale Portus black edition, and this is Eau de Toilette 100 ml or 90 ml. Is a bit of confusion there. On the box it says 90 ml, on their website it says 100 ml. Anyway, so it's aimed for men, and it is quite manly. It is actually very manly. So this is quite masculine, quite on the classical side, little bit on the old school side of things. Okay, so you need to like your classics, you need to like your very manly perfume or fragrances. So this beauty is let me tell you the performance and then we take it from there. So first thing first, in United Kingdom you can find it under £40. In other places I think they're around £50 or so. So you have to Google it, research it, see if it comes up in your country and how much it goes for. In United Kingdom under £40, this is what I paid for it. And for that price, it's good, but it's not excellent. The reason is because the performance is moderate. The performance for Eau de Toilette is from weak to moderate, okay? So my skin went about 4 to 5 hours, but you need to push the trigger because I put up to 10 of it, and this is what happened. So 10 sprays lasted on me around 4 to 5 hours on my skin. On t-shirt about 6 hours. So it is on the weak to moderate side. Let's say moderate because it's Eau de Toilette. So because it's Eau de Toilette is on the moderate side, I was expecting a little bit more. So in terms of the projection, 1 hour of projection on arm length of projection, and after that slowly it will subside. But you always have a small bubble, small cloud and a small trail behind you. If you want people smell you from the other side of the road, probably need to go more than 15 of it, up to 15 or more, okay? So and go a combination of like say 7 on the skin, 7 on t-shirt, and then you can smell it almost, you know, about 6 hours, 6-7 hours. So moderate or weak to moderate. In terms of the smell itself, I like it because it is on the classical side, but me being me, I'm the middle-aged man, I'm experienced man, and I like this genre anyway. So one of my favorite genres are the classics, and this is going to the classics realm, okay? So it smells very reminiscent of 70s and 80s perfumery in here. So if you like that kind of perfumery, this is up your alley. If you don't, then this is not for you. The notes breakdown is almost non-existent and minimalistic. They only give 3 notes: citruses, woods and musk, which is ridiculous. I smell much more than that. So I'm going to tell you what I smell on my skin, my nose, my experience, my environment. And for you it could be you smell all of those, or you could smell some of those. So for me, it opened up quite citrus. So the citrus are in the beginning are quite strong, especially bergamot and lime. Bergamot and lime are quite big in here and making a little bit on the fresh. Overall, the name Black Edition, it is to some extent is appropriate because it's got a little bit of darkness in here, but not too much. It's not too dark. It is fresh to semi-fresh in terms of category of fragrances. So it opened up with lime and bergamot, very uplifting, very happy, very bright, and also quite crispy green apple in here. So green apple with a bergamot, and imagine how it opens. It opens very, very inviting and beautiful. But those citruses and apple, they last about maybe 15 to 20 minutes, and then the heavy hitters coming up, which are the spices. So I smell star anise definitely in here. I smell juniper, I smell a little bit of cardamom, and I smell coriander in here. So it makes it on the herbal spicy side of things. But again, they are on the moderate side, they're not too heavy. But if you don't like the things I'm mentioning, because the perfumery in here is in a way that, as I said, is on the old school side, so they're going for heavy hitters more, as the coriander, juniper, and the anise here. They're making it very spicy and into your face, so you need to like this kind of fragrances. In the base, I get patchouli, I get muscius, I get vetiver and sandalwood, and also cedar. To some extent, I get a little bit of booziness in here as well. Yeah, tiny bit of booziness overall to it. The patchouli here giving it a little bit of that earthy, chocolatey feel. The musk is quite clean overall from the beginning to end. You always smell the musk, but it's not big, and also it's quite clean. The vetiver giving it that grassy green feel. Overall, this is quite green. This is on the leafy green and herbal side of things. And this combination of the sandalwood and cedar here, making it, again, the woods are quite clean, giving it that base of woodiness and carries it, and it keeps going. So overall, this is what I get mainly. This is for my experience, for my nose. So to give you the basically the short of it, right? Okay, so I smell aromatics. Yes, definitely. The aromatics mainly from juniper, but there is an element of the lavender in here as well. So you get the combination of juniper berry and lavender, making it quite aromatic, a little bit herbal, a little bit medicinal, and also a little bit earthy. Definitely woody, and the woods in the beginning you don't feel that much. The woods about 15-20 minutes first, and then the woods are coming up more and more by the time it goes on. Citruses in the beginning are the biggest player, plus the apple, the lime and the bergamot and the apple are big, but they won't last more than 15-20 minutes. There is a fresh spicy aspect to this, which are the herbs, and also there is a warm spicy aspect of it, which is the cardamom and the star anise in here. Little bit of muskiness. The fruits is basically mainly coming from the apple, plus I smell a little bit of plum in here. So the apple, the green crispy apple, plus that plum, making it tiny bit of fruitiness, but a little bit on the dark side of fruitiness, not too bright, especially that plum. Yes, a tiny bit of plum in here as well. Overall it's quite green, grassy, leafy and herbal, and the patchouli is from the mid to the end. The patchouli is by far the biggest player, and it will take over. The combination of that patchouli and vetiver making it quite earthy, quite a tiny bit of darkness, and also a little bit of chocolatiness, and overall it is a little bit on the earthy side. The category of this fragrance is from fresh to semi-fresh, so it is fresh to semi-fresh, and you can use it all year round because of that. You can use it in summer, you can use it in winter. The only thing is, in high heat, is if it's the summer is very, very high heat, it could be cloying. The sweetness in here is very minimalistic, is mainly coming from the fruits, but it's not much. 0 to 10, 10 being the sweetest. This is around 4 to 5, so very minimalistic in terms of sweetness. Tiny bit of aromaticness to in here, but not much. Very, very small hint of it in the background, probably mainly coming from the combination of that star anise plus that patchouli and vetiver, giving a hint of the aromaticness, but not much. You won't notice it unless you dig your nose and look for it. So overall, do I recommend it? Yes, I recommend it for people who like this kind of fragrances on the classical side, on the spicy, green, herbal, aromatic, and woody, little bit of fruitiness in here overall, that combination of that plum and the apple. But the spices are quite big as well, especially the warm spice. So overall, I absolutely enjoyed it, but this is not for everybody, because I have to say this in videos, because people watch this video and they want to take away to what is my conclusion. My conclusion is very, very good for older people, for maybe over 30 even, because I said over 25, but I'm thinking now over 30 years and old be safer, because it's got those spicy, herbal, green, aromatic, woody feel to this fragrance, giving it that classical old school perfumery feel to it. But if you like this kind of fragrance, it's absolutely gorgeous. This is beauty in a bottle. It's very well done. It's quite balanced. It's quite no harshness, no chemical, no bad smell in here at all. It's from opening, it just beautifully, you'll appreciate the perfumery and ingredients in here, especially for the price. So I highly recommend it for people who like this kind of fragrance. The only two big letdown of this fragrance is, one is it's not a huge performance. Because it says the Black Edition, I was expecting a little bit more, maybe going to the realm of good. But at the moment, what I tested it was on the moderate side, around 5 to 6 hours overall if you put it on combination of skin and t-shirt. In terms of projection for 1 hour or so. Okay, so it is on the weak to moderate in terms of performance. Unless you go very heavy on the trigger, maybe 14-15 plus, then it will last you almost all day, but it's going to be quite strong, because the performance, if you go too heavy on the trigger, it makes those spices come up much more, and it could be a little bit on the annoying side. Okay guys, so this was the conclusion of this fragrance. In terms of age, I would say 30 and up to be on the safe side. Unless you like this kind of fragrances, that doesn't mean anything, but I think most people over 30 really appreciate this better. In terms of season, this is all year round, but not very, very high heat. In terms of occasion, this is a Swiss Army knife. You can dress it up, dress it down, evening, daytime, formal, informal, special occasion, casual, anything you want. It's very, very versatile, and it's very nicely done. In terms of the sex, this is definitely on the masculine side, but if you like you're a lady and you like this kind of fragrances, why not? As I always say in my videos, all smells, all perfumes, all fragrances or aromas are genderless, same as food, same as color, same as drink, same as all these things don't have gender. So just think about it, and it's all marketing BS. Okay guys, all right, so if you have it, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable, or entertaining, don't forget to hit those buttons. This way you help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you fragrances like this in future that nobody else is talking about. They're amazing value for money, they smell great, they are a hidden gem. And if you want to purchase one of my own perfumes, I'm a perfumer myself. I make my own line of perfumes. They're called the scent of Persia, because the ingredients come from my country, Iran, Persia. We've been making perfumes and perfume oils for more than 5,000 years. We were the first civilization to do so. So we know a few things about perfumes. And I bring the ingredients here, mix them together to come up with 20 different perfumes. They're all very artistic, very mysterious, very unique. They are like time capsule. They take you different places, different times. They are ultra beast mode, 100% natural, amazing value for money. And I leave them in the link, but you need to live in the United Kingdom in order to purchase them. Thank you very much, and I'll see you later. Bye, bye, bye.